28 rounds later, this felt like a movie-long event. It's down to a 1v1, won by paint shells of all things by Bungie. Congratulations to Team Karma, who take game number 1 at 15-13. By far the best game of Game Changers Series 2 that we've had. And so many players to highlight, Riv. And I know you were a big fan of Shrey's Lurking Viper.
Yes, absolutely. I'm a lover of lurkers. Like, the amount of time Shrey was able to get into the right position. They're getting shot a few times. All lurkers get shot a few times. But on the attack side, being left at A to their own devices, being able to come up with so many kills here, the clutches as well. And yeah, I mean, it was a Viper's day all around, to be honest. But very impressed with Shrey's play and being able to do all the individual things while the team was off taking sites, which was also impressive, the way they used their utility.
I don't know how you guys still have a normal heartbeat after how many multi-kills, how many clutches happened, Gompers. And one person that at least was consistent, we highlighted Icy even before this game started as the top performer for their team and continued to frag today, over like 26 kills or something like that.
Yeah, Icy was honestly popping off. And I feel like, again, like obviously the KD speaks for itself, the ACS, everything worked out within this game. And I feel like it wasn't even the util quite necessarily. Like, it really did just feel like the confidence started booming at some point for TK. And, or my apologies, for Nocturnal. And they kind of just started rolling with the punches. I'm actually like really pleasantly surprised that they managed to take things 13-15. And I'm quite excited to see what we have in store for the future, because this game genuinely had me like out of my chair making the weirdest faces.
Riv, 19 first bloods for the L, which is kind of a surprising stat there for Nocturne.
It is. That means the 5v4 conversions need to be realized and worked on. What's going on between that situation where you're losing somebody or the util isn't having full impact? It's being identified, obviously, by Team Karma that when they're down, the protocol needs to change. They set up a different defense or offense and require different setup, and they're very fluid at that. And I think that's one of the things that sets Team Karma above a little bit, is their ability to adapt in those situations and still come away after getting first blooded 19 times.
Maybe what led to all those first bloods was a player that you talked a lot about, Hero, really good at taking space on the Jet.
Absolutely blowing through things. Hero made me love Jet on Lotus a little bit more, if not a lot. The site takes, being able to get in. Love seeing a Jet player be that sentry, that owl drone for their team. Like Sova would be throwing a drone in. The Jet throws themselves into a smoke, plays a bit of a jack-in-the-box situation there as the smoke pops and they can dash out or jump somewhere else. And the rest of the team benefits from that. We saw Pretax picking up those frags. Icy picking up those frags as an MVP for the squad on that side. And they worked really well around the chaos that Hero could create. But if you don't always have Hero, it requires a lot more to get into that site then.
And Gompers, around the round 19 to 22, Nocturnal just came alive. I think that was the point where they had the technical pause, and Nocturnal were the ones who were wide awake, no pun intended. But then you had Karma come back in this. So do you think that Team Karma using their timeouts kind of early in these halves, did that help them? Did that hurt them? How did they use it? Did you think they used them effectively?
Oh man, for Team Karma, I did feel like there was a lot of effective util. I think majority of it really was that confidence that started raining and like shining from Emily. Like, there were rounds where I genuinely think Nocturnal would have won this whole entire series if it wasn't up to Emily and majority of those rounds that we got to see. Like, that is my wholehearted honest opinion, because regardless of what had happened, I feel like Bungie definitely had so much impact in those entries. But like we talked about those conversions, kind of like what we were just talking about there. It was Emily that managed to take a very, very bad situation, a 2v4, right? When you have a ghost and you're sitting in a corner and you manage to completely annihilate every single player on the team.
Yeah, one of the things we identified pretty early for Nocturnal on their attack was too aggressive. It's really easy to push up into the defender's spawn and scale into the site, but you're doing it at the detriment of 1-2 players. Then the player that was ready to use util can't use that util, has to take their weapon out, and they're already closed in by that space, and you've lost the ground of the site. So I think Nocturnal has to clean up the post plants, and they could have maybe walked away with that game a little sooner without having it be such a fight. But still, Karma's not going to let that happen.
Well, you got to applaud the composure out of Team Karma to use these timeouts effectively, to come back from a deficit, to get first blood in, and to be able to turn around that 4v5. We go to game 2 now with match point. Team Karma. We'll find out what happens here on Fracture. So, casters, take it away.
Let's do it, compers.
Let's do it. Oh man, on Fracture. See, one day, like, we're gonna see a Neon. Like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We're gonna see a Yoru. We're gonna see a Neon. We're gonna see a Phoenix, a Reyna.
There's a few out there in the game changers. We're just not gonna be presented with those today. But we do get the ciphers. So I wonder if the lurking goes to the wayside a bit. We are gonna have the Sky for the KO. So that's our only switch up here.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. I do like the Cypher pick here on Fracture, though. You know, majority it is. Yeah, it is in the meta, of course, but with reason, just because it's such a big informant, and it also kind of allows you to not only kind of pick those fights once those trips are broken, but, you know, under the circumstance that maybe Jet wants to try to dash on through, it's going to be almost impossible. So definitely something to look forward to.
Best interactions in this game is the fact that Jet gets stuck again. Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate you. This is going to be a party at Satellite, though. Maybe. Looks like party gets canceled right away with this utility. Free-tac starts off on the other side. They're getting rushed. This is the pinch on Team Karma.
Oh, this is super quick as well. Actually, a nice flash. Bungie gets completely stuck as they try to entry in. TK fighting for their lives for the victory here. 3v3 though.
Oh, this fight. This is a big one. Free-tac, so patient.
Smoke's down.
He's just sitting behind them.
See ya.
Free-tacs? What are they doing?
Enemy remaining.
Still left behind now,
standing.
trying to... Struggling at least to take out Ellie, but both super low. It's a one tap here. Tempting to find something, but it's icy.
Ooh, sick dance moves. Nice finisher there. Icy coming up again. Ice cold. Really great in these moments where you have to call upon Icy to make something happen. Usually the result is a W. Get a replay on this one. So,
See ya.
on that, I feel like Nocturnal should have been a little more ready for the site to get bombarded. If you're squeezing the opponents into a certain place, usually you want to be completely ready for that, and with one person in sight, Team Karma was able to swarm and get that spike down. Still recovered, though. Nocturnal did a very nice job to be able to recuperate the frags they needed, and the spike. And that'll give them somewhat of a bye here as Icy flexes out the Judge and Tower to start things off at B. They might find that Judge, too, this round.
Oh, this is big though, Shreya. Alone on site, 2K is beautiful, 3.
Cage trigger.
What? Already on a save round. No, on a bonus. Actually on an anti-eco. What is going on with my vocabulary? It's not working out for me. Rain though. Man, regardless, I don't think they could pull exactly what Shreya pulled because that's gotta hurt.
Yikes. Shrey didn't even buy, right? That was just the ghost from the previous round.
That goes there.
I don't know if I see that too often in competition. Like, it's happened sometimes, but that is a bold move. Shrey. That's what you call return on investment. 5K in the bank right now, and still light buying into this next round because they know they're gonna have a bit of economy. This is that bonus. Here we go. Quick fault line, they replicate First round strat, double pinch towards the top side, and now what this offers is they can come back onto Team Karma as a squad, but Team Karma is going to have a hell of a setup with these rifles inside sight now. They're going to be real hard to get out.
Yeah, but Nocturnal with a 5-person retake is definitely something that I feel like will suit them well. Only issue, I mean, getting in. You're looking at the Trailblazer, trying to clear things up. Slowly, Ellie is closing things down. Icy, though, getting lucky enough with the shotgun. You got Nocturnal slowly working their way around, but still, you know, player advantage going down to TK. Doing a very good job at holding things down.
Icy with a cheeky little play there to jump out over the fragment. Here's the hit. Here's the rebuttal.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh. Bungie Emily coming up big on that one. Nicely done. I like it. It's 2-1 now. TK picks up the bonus. 4. I was going to say 4 rounds, but round 4 rather. Coming in. Emmy again starting off a little slow here on these matches. And towards the back of the fight, using a lot of the utils starts to come up, and basically the situation where everybody's checking the corner, I feel, right? And that you're like, everybody got to the site, now I can go, but that's what's being watched, right? The last few people coming in. So a little more aware in that hot spot for sure. I think Team Karma is getting the best of those shots.
Getting the best of everything, too. Space is being taken up like crazy here. And actually, Nocturnal are trying to shut that down. Dax getting first, and Emmy a bit too late there for that assistance. Yeah, that 2K is not going to look too good. Hero, though, with the op. Slowly being taken out of the way. And as the peak to come through, you see the flash, the complete takeover by Bungie again. I mean, Space is Bungie's game.
This should be a pretty easy goal. They slow it down. Team Karma's looking a little more aggressive here on these rounds, and they need to. Uh-oh.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my gosh. From the raise to the jet, Bungie just doesn't stop.
Oh.
And Julia capitalizes on the final one there. 3 stay alive for Team Karma. And they are not really giving any kind of care to these pushes, these pinches that Nocturnal keep throwing out at them. They're sticking together. Team Karma's not trying to leave stragglers on the other side of the map or play a north and south side hit. Everyone stays together. As I say this, we see Julia going alone now, maybe to just set things up. Okay, yeah, good.
Let's go.
Waiting down low. Might traverse back over as we get a Blade Storm here out of Hero.
Yeah, but there's a lot of impact here, too, with the 3 ultimates for Nocturnal. Like, you're seeing the Blade Storm pop out, which is going to be super good for the save. If Hero can actually pick someone off early, there might be potential for, you know, that win condition rifle. Oh, and they're slowly working their way towards B. Actually, no.
They have the op. So overall, you wait for the op to get the pick, then you move into the site. So they're going to have a few seconds to wait for this anyways. But I feel like the next move is off of Bungie here once Bungie can get up to take a shot. Team's going to go from arcade. Smoke stim pack into sight from everybody over here at B if they decide to stay.
Oh, Shrey's watching. Like an absolute hawk. I feel like here... Oh, no. Is this a good decision?
Oh, that would have been
the same
the time.
thing as well. Maybe so. If anything, I mean, it's a good thing Shrey backed off, because right now you're seeing so many players still left inside of smoke. Shrey doesn't see. Bungie gets away pretty much scotch-free. Actually, now gets taken down, so Bungie's dead, unfortunately.
Flash out.
4v4. Look at the retake from Heaven, or from Tower. It could be pretty strong here if they're coming out with more than one bit of util. 1 flashpoint left. Emily's gonna hold, gonna use that Hero though with the play.
But regardless of the scenario, it's up to Hero right now in this moment. Still gets a very, very good pick away.
Remaining.
Now it's up to 1. Icy. Not strong enough.
Oh my gosh, the way
the
these
bad
rounds
guys.
are ending,
How's that
who's
for a plan?
aggressing and who's helping or who's not, it is ridiculous. It feels like everybody does have to go on kind of solo missions here because the util's used to get halfway into the site, that util stalled, and then everything just becomes a fight where you're hugging the person next to you, basically. Oh, I thought that was going to be a double up. But yeah, they're just Team Karma. Once they have the site, they come out of the woodwork as Nocturnal tries to retake.
They're running right now. Hero's actually trying to get somewhat of a head glitch there. It doesn't work out the way they want it to. Everybody slowly works up a
One
TK.
enemy remaining.
Doing huge numbers here. I mean, a fight off of spawn initially, and Icy's running away from it.
This rotation here by Icy.
I know exactly where you are.
Icy is just hitting these angles today, smoke or not. They're probably able to do this without the monitor off, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Quick take over on the A site. Julia is safe and sound with the operator fixed on spawn. A little Cypher on Cypher action here. And that'll be the round for now for Team Karma as they start to put the pressure on. That's a tough econ now coming up here for Nocturnal. And I think we see a few more rounds go down. We might see that first time out.
That's actually a good time as well.
Or now.
Yeah. I feel like here Nocturnal, they were in such a good position, obviously, with their own 2, but I do think TK, they hold a lot more strengths onto this map. Obviously, looking at the way things worked out in that spawn fight.
Yeah, they left that round. Just this last round up for a long time. One of the first times we saw go under, head over towards actually the round before, I should say, go underneath and then towards B, and then this last round towards A, where they continue to use the op on whoever can really grab it. Bungie has it. Julia, we still see coming up with some crazy shots. And in this, it doesn't allow Nocturnal the lurks that they're used to. Everybody's forced to kind of play defense, or the team needs to push one side. They have been unsuccessful in trying to pinch. The pinches they use are really good. If Team Karma were in those pinches, that would be very difficult to get out. It just seems like Team Karma has a really good read so far on the map and has avoided everything Nocturnal has.
It's looking like there's not going to be much here. Maybe another spawn fight. It feels like they just love to pick these fights. Like, they want to lure in Nocturnal into their own playing field.
Here again, the slow play. One of the first hull pushes, though, from Nocturnal. Even that early info is good, right? And they're actually using a lot of the Cypher util in sight just to kind of guard those areas instead of like on an extremity to know early when TK could be coming, you know? So it really only gives them that last second reaction for everyone to rotate and everyone to get into position. So placing that camera outside could really give them that necessary time.
Off your feet!
Oh, yeah. But the trips are going to make this harder anyways. Rolling
See?
Thunder comes through. Regardless, Bungie actually gets tagged off. Icy. Down. Now time for the retake.
A nice use against the smokes, being able to hit through onto those trips.
Everyone I do.
Give me a course. Easy identification from the uplink and the site. Oh, the stop!
There's no way. Hero could have gotten so much space off of that. I mean, regardless, nobody was there, so at least not having to be punished too much. But still, Orbital Strike making it hard to get the defusal. So much breach util being put down on this. Emily is not making it easy for everybody else, but the defusal right under their noses is going to be a nice Thrifty to take in, and they still finish it off.
Oh, but I just imagine the end The end of some of these rounds with everybody's mouth open wide screaming, just running down those stairs, like unloading their weapons. Just like final action movie
is a nice
sequence.
spot.
Like these,
goes here.
everybody has a bone to pick.
goes there.
It seems like in these fights. I love it. Like there's no aggro towards each other, but these fights are aggressive. As they go back and forth, everyone's trying to trade, everyone's trying to get in a position. It's a scramble for how much they're punishing and pressuring each other with the util at the last moment. Like you said, just Emily flowing util into that spike, and everyone's trying to find somebody to take down while all that is going on. Lots on the plate to look at and view from these two teams, Gompers. This is a fun series so far.
Just watching it. Not even tagging, actually. Wanted to keep the camera
My camera is
secretive.
destroyed.
Oh, and it's completely given away at this point.
Oh! Can't do much about that. Again, smoke's used against them. It's like the Sova Dart scenario. Sova Dart over, see him through the smoke, take him out. There's a delay, Molly, but it's going to be a little too late.
Ooh,
Again? Two.
that's gotta be brutal.
2 kills without seeing anybody.
I think the biggest thing there is that it just like goes unnoticed. I think a Cypher definitely looks easy on the defense as they make it seem, but Julia finally getting one of their own. Unfortunately, damage not looking too good. 3 players spraying the angle. And a 3v2 now. The damage left down on Julia. Julia takes the one. This is a beautiful shot to make. And it's up to TK, 5-3.
According to history and how these rounds play out, this should be Nocturnal's round. Not
this
in
is a
this
nice
match, but with our last map into this one. They never get too far away from each other, but can Team Karma finally get that spread in?
Yeah.
Blade Storm's going to be up. Pre-Tax has ultimate to delay if they want it, or delay to ultimate to retake, sorry. And we have the null command out. So. Oh. No push here, but they are replicating the fault line they've been putting at satellite to say, hey, we're pinching both sides. So a little variation in the strategy that Nocturnal is using here. This hero
Nailed them.
Ooh,
locks down the first one.
that's what you need to do. A map like Fracture is definitely harder to, again, play on the defense. So you need to gain some control in those initial periods of the round, or else you're kind of going to get run over with that five-person push.
And they're not giving Karma anything. It looks like a far Julia pushed up and walks away with really no info. Not too much. Oh, dodges out on a guiding light, though. And here that, see, a little bit further out, much more aware of what's happening at an earlier time. Here we go. This is going to be tough defense right now.
Yeah, they gave into suppression there. Icy's just backing off at this point. Slowly but surely. Julia, I don't even know at this point. They've sandwiched in every single player known possible. Knowing where everybody is. I mean, you got some classics, some rifles. What are you going to do about it? The Sheriff's definitely not looking too good. Bladestorm, though, popped up from Hero. So again, there is a possibility here. Hardest thing, of course, is going to be a possible updraft. Though Ellie just throwing flashes like it's Christmas Day. Oh, yeah. It's not looking too good. Yeah, already taken down. Hero, the one person who could have been able to clutch this up.
Enemy remaining.
Not going to be able to do a single thing. TK, I mean, they're on the come up.
Yeah, it looks tough now for Nocturnal to try and figure this out. This will be a very telling round of if they are going to be able to close out this first half with a few more. If Team Karma can win this round, they're basically, you have Julia on max. Emily could pop up to that as well, so this could be difficult to break through the barrier that Team Karma has made for themselves. And if you look at that, it's crosshairs every round, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9, meaning all of Nocturnal is going down. Those are kill rounds, so it becomes difficult to stay in the game when you don't have the util or weapons necessary. Here towards A. Looks like Team Karma is just going to go hard here for some orbs.
Off your feet!
It's like so different though. TK, they always like to halt before they push a site, kind of basking in the silence, listening to see if there's anybody still there. Icy's there. Not anymore.
Yeah, quickly taken down, figured out after the ultimate comes through.
Enemy kill. Spike planted.
Privy to the lurk, but not the shots. Hero comes up big.
Even then, oh, Trailblazer gets a stun. Nobody peeks off it. Still waiting for a possible flash. I mean, you got maybe one. Here, Emmy's still having some as well. Oh, yeah, and the push is going to be difficult. You got 2 initiators running up on you. Emily's left alone, and again, it happens once more, and another. Emily is insane.
And a silence came over the crowd in awe before they erupted in a nuclear flat fashion. Oh my gosh. What a round from Emily. That the one frag as well when she flicked back to the left. That was running forward like a repositioned frag. And then there was a fadeaway frag. That was a clinic. And that was very, very needed to put Nocturnal on the back foot. Team Karma calls a timeout. They're gonna calm down after that, right? They're going to reset mentally because of how explosive that was. You can't just go through the next round thinking that's gonna happen. It is a vibe, but it has to be measured. And Team Karma now has the means to absolutely crush Nocturnal with the flow of economy and with the way this game is playing out. That was incredible.
Okay, well, Emily, it's on a whole... Listen, Emily comes in. She does some analyzing for her Ascension, for challengers, and all of a sudden, I don't know, Emily is just popping off. It's like they're just better at this point. Like, the way that they keep winning these fights, it really does feel like it should not happen.
Yeah. And we asked for it. We asked for an ace. We had a bunch of 4Ks on Lotus, but he said nobody could push it over the edge. And lo and behold, it is Emily leading the way in more ways than one. Here now we have a push. We're back to reality here, round 11. And a great guiding light to detect that Team Karma is still in spawn. So Nocturnal trying to gain an upper hand here on positioning instantly this round. To say that can't happen again. We have to show them we aren't afraid and we can get up in their face. And I like what Nocturnal's doing here.
It's another iteration of what we've seen before, but this time TK. I mean, no, this time Nocturne actually falling for it.
Yikes.
Oh, and a slight push off Hero. That's gonna feel very good. Down in the books, Bungie, of course, still waiting around. The nice trade-off. Not really found here for TK. Yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of pinching, and it's working out beautifully, because now you've got Emily left alone.
What?
And where's Julia? Oh, right behind you. But, of course, they understand that as well.
You know what I love about this series is if it's not supposed to happen, it happens.
Round before the switch.
Yep.
Just saying that Team Karma should be able to kill. Look at I think they all have 9,000 right now as they're buying. They should be able to go through these rounds.
One enemy remaining.
But they go through this round a little too lax.
Goes there.
Really giving up too much and just kind of not clearing angles, not what we've seen. And I think that timeout kind of relaxed them a little bit too much. Right? So now we're back in. Operator here getting pushed up.
Oh.
Nocturnal loved that B fight, yeah.
Yeah.
Scout destroyed.
Oh, no. I don't think I like this one. It's 4 players against 2. Oh, but it seems to be working!
Spike down.
Nocturnal! They've brought out all of the stops, slowly working their way back up to the 7-5. And again, it'll only get easier once the attacking half comes along, and Emmy's making it even easier with the breach util.
Oh, that's a big rolling thunder.
One enemy
Oh, and Emily's left in a corner, just waiting for their, own,
attacker spawn.
for their own death, yeah.
30
All right.
seconds left.
All up to 1. Julia with a bunch of 4Ks, but this may be too tall of a task. Spike's even back behind, so this is just for a few frags here.
I have retrieved the spike.
And another big round by Nocturnal. They bring this to 7-5 on the first half. Exactly what they needed.
Flawless.
For as quick as these rounds, or as quick as
Switching
aggressive
sides.
as these rounds. Sorry, quick.
Yeah.
Went towards
Can't see
Nocturnal
them
or
yet,
Team Karma.
But I can feel them getting ready.
Nocturnal holds on at the right moments for just enough to find 5. And I think that's a thing that makes them scary, but also something they need to look at, that if they can capitalize on a few more of these, again, 5v4 conversions or not losing somebody right away, these games are even closer, right? And I think Team Karma starts to identify now the mistakes they can get out of Nocturnal in that first half.
Yeah.
And we'll have to see the second half now.
Yeah, it's pretty vivid, and like Nocturnal occasionally kind of falling for it, but I'm excited to see like what this attacking side holds, because you see them on defense for so long. It didn't really feel like we were seeing that aggression. It feels like now we are.
I got the spike.
All right,
Just still waiting
Nocturnal.
around. Yeah.
It's on you. They play a bit of the same setup. That Cypher top side, obviously. Icy's going to have the flank here. And we'll see. Shrey has to stay with the team. This is not going to be a Viper scenario like it was on Lotus. And they are going to walk right into this push-up. I think this can stay pretty hidden here.
Scout destroyed.
That's normal. You'd see a Jet in A-Hall, so they may not expect much more.
Yeah, I don't think they are. They hear the breach util. They actually hear 2 shots left down. So maybe considering the fact that they now have the
Spike down.
1
A.
frag to really rely
Wow.
on. And they don't even have to clear that. At least not yet. No, the spike's there. They have to try to clear the Shreyu, putting down the smoke. And literally kind of giving them some smoke right there, Shreyu. Guiding light in. Of course, 2 frags out.
Do they have enough, Shrey? 6 HP, and they know it too. They're going to take this together. They're going to
30
use the
seconds
0
left.
point in 14 seconds as well.
Spike planted.
And they have a flash with
enemy
that
remaining.
fragment. Oh, through the ceiling!
One
Oh.
enemy remaining.
Slim alley.
Oh, Icy was close, though. Oh, 6 health. This is big. They're hiding behind the box. The flash isn't big enough. They're expecting something else, but Ellie knows what to expect as well. That was very close. It could have been a huge turnaround for Nocturnal.
That's one of the sickest fragments I've ever seen. Ellie bowing down to the fragment. That was such an awesome grenade. Such an awesome way to pick up the pistol round on second half. This blast through for
30 seconds
Nocturne,
left.
I love a good fast sands
player
play. You
standing.
rush through, discombobulate everybody in A, and you don't expect a 15-head fragment grenade like that coming from a player. What a hit from Ellie's KO. That was cool.
This whole team has tricks up their sleeve. And I remember when Emily actually used to be like that main KO player, which is like,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
crazy to see
yeah.
like that development, yeah.
It is wild. Insta-lock always, right? Every
No longer
map, any
Insta-lock.
map.
Yeah, but if it's Ellie, I mean, look at that.
There you go. Oh, a little bit of a bounce flash. Try again. That one worked.
One enemy
And they're out having fun.
Spike down B.
Wow.
Second round cleanup, as it should be. Julia with another 3K. The multi-kills just like paper. Just switch those hands together and keep it coming. Paper everywhere. Ellie, quick clean up. I like the push by Nocturne. You saw a lot of teamwork on this one. Well, it's not going to be around there really picking up there with classics. They're all together, all trying to get some death ball kills in there and whittle away at the armor of Team Karma. They need every ounce of advantage right now at 9-5. His first gun round here for Nocturne, or Nocturnal on the bonus. Uh-oh, vroom vroom.
Vroom vroom indeed, Shreya. Oh no, poor
Only I
hero.
could
It's
see
like
you hide.
every time Julia just has a trip, manages to work out for the best.
The dog.
It doesn't seem like it's working out on the attack. Free tax though. Man, big on the breach. I mean Brim.
I love it. The dog jumps right over the trip. Hero goes down, but the team's still able to cooperate. And this is what I mentioned from last round. Even though they all went in and died, they're going in together. There's teamwork, there's trading, and again, they lose one, but they're all together. Nocturne just swarming, or Nocturnal swarming the site. I'm not gonna be able to stop saying Nocturne. Nocturnal swarming the site.
What is Pretext gonna do? Actually, this is big. But the thing is that there's a sniper holding.
Ready.
Not holding the right angle though. That flash definitely clearing up the angle. Emily's
Pretext ace?
Yeah, they're kind of just balling with it. I mean, Shrey has the pinch in. They don't know where they are, and it manages to work out for the best. It's Shreya again on that come up.
I just in general, like we were watching Pretext there not peak for a lot of that round when we saw Icy peaking. And I love that because Pretext is ultimate. And if things went really bad there, they need that ult. And even that right there tells me that Nocturnal's changing from where on Lotus they were pushing a lot or giving up a lot of open post-plant kills when they were putting themselves in danger. Really thinking about those post-plant situations now to secure these rounds. Bonus goes to Nocturnal. Ooh. First blood almost goes to Bungie.
Oh, they backed off. Yeah. Again, it's the #1 rule. You hear the op, you run the other way.
Yeah. No, thank you. I am out of here. And to B we go. All right. So this is, again, Julia to play the trips, play behind the smokes, exactly what she wants, the cover.
Sky.
Cage triggered.
Waiting. Patient.
Yeah, actually huge here.
Ooh.
What is Julia going to do other than sit there, try to do the best they can? Hero getting a nice shot around CT side. 2 more players left. The handle, it's Icy. Already down towards the hands of Bungie. 9-6 from TK, it's not looking too good. I mean, advantage there. The op is looking immaculate so far.
Yay! I love
the lineup. I was expecting this, but Pretext, listen, they got a lot of tricks up their sleeves, and it looks like it's working out, making it very hard for TK so far, but the location's being revealed. They know exactly what they're playing for here. Lineup already connected. Is it halfway? I'm not even sure. It is, but Bungie's got to get the first hand picked, and it does not work out. The confidence levels booming for that Red Bull clutch.
Pre-tax with the lineup. And I'm going to go a little bit nerdy on this because I am a Brim main and I am a lineup Larry. That's a really cool lineup because it's a sandwich lineup. And a lot of people will line things up. They have bounces for more delay. But if you figure out a lineup that'll hit right between the floor and the box, you can get an insta pop on it. And a lot of the time, those lineups are ones that go around somebody diffusing, don't really have a chance to bounce off somebody, so you can really refine the lineup, even if somebody's trying to block it. Love to see that there from Pre-Tax on the post-plant, and again, a lot safer in the post-plants.
I've got your trail.
Where is everyone hiding?
Even now, at least they know to pick the fight with Rain. Seeing another person slowly work their way up towards sewers. Emily, though, again, I mean, listen, if Emily has to go, just run the other way.
Yeah. You don't want any of that sauce.
Right here.
Oh, they're going for... There is a molly for this.
Spike planted.
I don't think they're going for it, though, unless they have a satellite molly. That's an interesting one. I don't know that lineup. So it's just going to be a few smokes to delay. They're waiting for the flank here coming in from the roundabout, and it looks like that's going to be all up to Emmy.
Oh, they're chilling. Here for TK.
Looks like it's going to be the full escape. Wait for the
Honestly,
kills.
The come up is good. I think
Yeah.
it's been hard with the lineups, quite honestly with you. Like, there's so much post-plant util. I feel like it's kind of been carrying the game so far for Nocturnal.
Last player standing.
Oh, man.
Good trade. Hero out. Rest of the team gets out. And the same thing's happening now for Nocturnal on attack as they're getting the frag rounds. They're taking all 5 down. So Team Karma's going to start having economy issues in a second here as they call the timeout. They want to get a little bit more mental on the board too. Yeah. And Hero is just explosive this game, dropping 20 already in 18 rounds. Looking good.
Honestly, if anything, this is the time for Team Karma to take it back. But again, I talk about the biggest issue being, the post-plant util that we're kind of watching. And the only way that you can really close that off is either, again, a flank to try to get that potential. But the Cypher makes that hard here for Icy. Or, again, kind of like those early round information / overall kind of aggressive picks that could really limit Nocturnal's utility and usage.
They've been avoiding Bungie well. There's definitely no doubt about it. See if they can get away from this Rolling Thunder post plant and null command as well. A lot of ults to be used here on this round. And I think Nocturnal makes it through these rounds. If, like you say, they can get through with Hero getting frags without losing too many, as we saw plague them previously. Yeah. I was like, are you going to place that? Because it is cheeky. So, a little bit of a one-way. Oh, they're going to take it away. Ops don't show us. Everybody on north side. A little bit of a swap here for Nocturnal. They have not shown this strat yet. Crossfire. Arcade, maybe? Oh, they kind of reconsider. Oh, they go back towards A. Interesting. Oh, maybe they hear the camera from Julia going on at B right now.
They've actually shut down Cam as well over on B. So, nobody's rotated. So, I'm 99% sure. Yeah, TK, I think this is a fake.
And back after Orb. Wait. Pretext gets ultimate here if they can get Arcade Orb. Site's confirmed. Spike's going to be going towards A, but they should get the ultimate here on Orb.
Are they going to pick it up?
Off
No.
your feet!
They haven't.
They wait. They're going for a false take, though, on to be all the way into tower. Once they don't find anybody, this could be tricky. Retaking the map.
30 seconds.
Yeah, you have to be careful.
Oh, but that would have been huge here.
Here.
Now they got to kind of rely on taking that pick. Plants going down, so all the orbs are going to disappear. Now you got to kind of rely on your own aim to really do the work for you. Shreya making sure their aim is intact. But TK again.
No.
In a possible 3v2 situation, having to res Ellie, but Ellie all the way in the back corner. Emmy's watching the body like a hawk. Not wanting to give away, but pre-tax, so this is perfect. They have the ultimate ready. They're able to strike. They bait it out. So it doesn't happen. They played this perfectly, waiting for the second touch, knowing the fake is there. I think it's game over for TK. I don't think they can defuse in time unless Bungie makes it happen. Already seeing the flash, slowly working it away, but even then it's halfway.
The stun and the aftershock.
Oh, and this is a beautiful stun! But Emmy is insane with the Red Bull clutch.
Oh, that was gross. That was disgusting. The flick across for the one tap on a breach stun. Oh, that's...
My rate just went up.
Hide your children's eyes. Oh my, can we show that? Oh my God. That was one of the greatest shots so far in the series. There's been so many, but you gotta love one of those. There was a period of time when people said breaches fault lines made you more accurate, and honestly, it's scary sometimes. Uh-oh, the push comes out to start.
Oh, Icy's feeling it though. Honestly, in this moment, like, we've seen so many times these shares work out for TK, so
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a bit more afraid for Nocturnal than we
go.
should be, and it seems like that's exactly the reason why we should be afraid, because TK thrive under these very, very big pressure conditions.
Got the spike.
Especially with Emmy right now. Emmy's like, yeah, I don't know what to do at this point. Like, even I'm scared.
Jeez. I never want to get off the Team Karma Nocturnal Wild Ride. Oh my gosh.
Let's
Team
get these
Karma
threes.
brings it back in their favor now from a Sheriff round. We had our Thrifties apiece from our Lotus map. Looks like we're getting them in now for our Fracture map. A Thrifty indeed. Hero onto Ultimate. Shorty there to complement if they get within arm's reach. It looks like it might be a quick A hit here towards the top side.
gonna
Icy
be
grabs
fun.
ultimate if they even want to prioritize that. Nobody else is really close, and the Shrew gets spike plant and orb. Man, they like the last few rounds it just turned up to 20 on the heat scale. Let's go. We're getting another one, and here we go. Hero's not going to waste any time.
It's unfortunate too, because this is the hardest matchup that they've both had this whole entire time. So they really are being tested to their limits here.
Okay.
Tech's getting a plant down, and this is going to be big. We know we got some of those Brimstone lineups, but Rain having the ultimate as well. Ooh.
Open up the sky.
Duck.
That's impossible. Lots of action already happening. Trailblazer slowly working its way up to get some information. You can see it, the defusal coming down towards Tab. Actually, a nice headshot to come through. Hero with the updraft. No, actually still managing to make the shots, but it's Nocturne again. 10 to 10.
My God, I just hearing Pat Benatar in the background singing, "Need a hero," like coming through every fight. 24-14 for Hero right now, and not stopping. Honestly, in through the front, and in each situation, there's util or personal backup. Right, goes for one shot to the right, actually picked up by somebody else that was there assisting. And there's just so much for Team Karma to look at, and the chaos Nocturnal's creating here. And again, we said that, and Lemon Kiwi mentioned it. They brought it up that Hero's the one diving in, getting in there, being crazy, and they're using that to such great effect. You gotta love it.
Oh, they're all working around. Oh man, Icy's always lurking, but sometimes it just leads to these really, really bad punishments.
All right, fast sand hit maybe. Stimpak's already been down. They're going for the attack. Double towards tower. This is a tough fight usually, but they stay on the catwalk.
I think they're good so far. I mean, they've already been spotted at this point, so regardless of what happens, you've still got some of your teammates watching this around. This is a nice play, but Julia's the only one not left. Down inside of that stun. Bonji gets saved by Emily. And it's up to Pre-Tax. No! Rain!
Oh, somebody left the burner on. That was a little overcooked. I like it. You like those situations, but it seemed like Team Karma were ready. You see how far back they all were in spawn? They did not commit whatsoever to start things off. The strategy overall was a retake play, right? And it was up to Nocturnal to identify when that retake was happening. Nocturnal instead got the site and then prepared their retake stop immediately without it being actually in action. So Team Karma just said, oh, okay, we'll now walk in and take the site. Really well done. Patience there for Team Karma is what paid off big time on the defuse. What a huff there on that gate.
I've got your trail.
And we get now to round 22, 11 to 10. Seekers to start off the round,
Found
Goppers.
one. There's another.
Honestly,
Time to hunt.
listen, the Seeker's getting some pretty good information because they can see right now majority of these players are down, sitting around CT side. Yeah, Hero getting a nice tailwind in onto the site. You can see the confidence there. It's booming.
Quick smokes, quick plant. Back to position for the post plant. And there's the Molly, and there's almost no way you lose this round as Nocturne. We have 11-11. They have to push down and kill Brimstone right now, or there's too much delay.
Actually eliminating Emily instead. So you managed to get a Brimstone, just not the right one. And I don't think they ever will. 11 to 11 is a possibility, but Julia slowly but surely taking things back. Again, there's so many players in different positions at this point, playing around with their emotions. The Sheriff being pulled out and the knife from Hero, the disrespect being put into this game.
That's wild. If Nocturne can plant on B, it's and Emmy and Pre-Tax are alive, it's almost a guarantee. Yeah, Aftershock from underneath, fault lines for the post-plant stop, as well, or the retake stop, as well as the mollies. Delay, delay, delay. The meta we haven't seen for too long, but it is what Nocturnal can use here once they continue to work a bit of the map. They don't do it as much as Lotus because there's really only two sides to this, and a team's going to be there once you enter. But they're still finding a way to get Team Karma to group up and want the retake over guarding the site with just a few people, and it's really favoring Nocturnal.
Nocturnal are resorting to TK's tactics,
destroy.
actually, which I do like.
Yeah, the slower. Wait for them to make a move play.
Yeah.
And this kind of play, the slow play and showing every so often in different places is what dislodges your opponent from their initial starting defending angles. They move, you get a better positioning. They move, you get it. So you just wait and wait until you can make that happen. Here, looks like they just fly in. They wait for the trips this time, Gompers. Easy takedown.
Yeah, they know where they're located now. It's no longer a surprise. So Julia kind of just has to chill. No more shots through the smoke. And honestly, that's good enough for Nocturnal. I feel like they've been approaching these situations very, very well. Especially now with Icy slowly getting a workaround. The pinch is immaculate, but unfortunately, Rain is a bit better here.
Oh, the pressure.
Gonna take a 1v2. Yeah, this is gonna be super unfortunate, but Icy peeks first. Possibility there. The flash, unfortunately, covering up the Vim at 45 health left. There's still a lot to be working with here. The pre-tax just sitting up within holes there. And there's still enough time. The 2v2 Rain is lit.
Player standing.
There still is enough time to do it. Orbital strike is big. And it was a close one, but it's still up to Nocturnal. Match point.
They gonna bring this to 3, aren't they?
Match point.
Nocturnal.
End this.
The what? There was a serious point in this game when Team Karma had 9 grand across the board and Nocturnal had to claw back. This is a serious match right now for these two. They are pushing each other to the limit, and now Nocturnal, they lost an OT just last map. Team Karma on a low buy. Very aggressive, very methodical. We'll see how they play this round. I believe it's up to Karma to win this and Nocturne to lose it. As you see on the scoreboard, could bring us to a 3rd game if they win it.
They're in the same position Nocturnal were. Down inside of
Yep.
Lotus, so again, is there a possibility that TK are going to bring this OT? Yeah. Difference is Nocturnal already on the site. There's not a lot of halting to do. 5-person retake,
They
though.
hear the push.
Yeah, possibilities big. Oh, the smoke is there. They're going to see it. This is perfect timing.
Down.
Spike down A.
Although a 1-to-1 ratio on what the eliminations are looking like. You still got your Brimstone down.
4v4.
Now
4v3.
You have to pick somebody off. It's up to Rain, but I'm not
Safe
so
plant.
sure the solo peek is it, man. This is nerve-wracking at the moment. They're not playing as a team. They're playing quite individually at this point.
Everybody's coming from the same spot. That makes it a little tougher, but they know they're pushed to the right. Rain with 1 to make it even at 3v3. Neural uplink goes down and trades him out.
There's no way Julia can clutch this. It's impossible at this point, but still gonna try. Blood is feeling heavy, and it's Hero.
Attackers
Nocturnal taking it to that 3rd map.
We're going to Haven. Give us back 3 sites. I think this could favor Nocturne a lot here as they bring the momentum of this map now into Haven. Absolutely incredible stuff there. Super hard-fought matchup. Team Karma started bringing out all the stops with a few of those strategies, a few of the ways they were trying to play the map slower to read Nocturnal. And then Nocturnal just started bringing out all the shots. Really well played. Great post-plant utility. They recognized what the win condition was, and Nocturnal held on to that.
They did, for Nocturnal especially. Like, I feel like in those last moments, they just didn't let go of the hope of the fact that they might just be able to do that. So, and they started really pushing into those sites. I think it was like in the beginning of the rounds, like it was a very quick, fast-paced play because they knew they were always going to play that post plant and they always had the advantage. Nobody was pushing out in the defense, which, you know, I think in the end really kind of bit them back.
Yeah, seeing what Nocturnal did for their rounds in the beginning was good on the aggression, and then that they tempered that aggression. The fact that they slowed down and didn't push to their deaths after getting the spike down because it felt like the round was won. They did a really good job there on the post plants once they got to B, but also playing their life at A when they needed to. There were a few times, though, we saw them getting a little antsy, going for some real heavy-duty all-star plays, but if you don't try them, how do you know if they work or not? So we're getting a 3rd map. That's what they wanted.
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of what I want as well. I listen, it's been a very, very fun 2 maps. So if I get a 3rd map, I'm pretty much happy with it. Overall, Honestly, congratulations to Nocturnal for taking it down to that third map. But again, it has been a late night, so make sure you grab some coffee because we have one more game left. We'll be right back with some more game changers.